match it was. Oh my God. Let me tell you, I was not expecting the results. Um, but we'll get into detail of all of that. How you doing today? How you feeling?
Feeling good, man. Feeling good. So let's dive into it. Let's start with the qualifiers from yesterday. Let's start with South America because I felt like it was crazy the way it went down. We were watching the Argentina game together, and it started off bad. I mean, you guys were losing 1-0, and I'm like, no effing way. Like, this is how you guys are going to start. What was it, like a minute into the game? Not even like 50 seconds. So give me your thoughts, man, because I want to know what was going through your mind because obviously you're from Argentina. So,
All right. So let me tell you the way I see it here. We started off playing like we always do, just flinging the ball around. I mean, it was just a few seconds when the game started. We got scored. It was actually the fastest goal ever scored on Argentina. So that's how we started that game. We did not go into it, all right, let's change the world. No. All right. 38 seconds, I believe, is how long it took them to score the one goal. And I swear to you, my balls dropped. I said, that is it. I am going home. I was scared. I was sweating. I was like, do not do this to me. I don't deserve this. But I believed in Messi. And that's what every Argentinian should have done for the entire qualifiers. Okay. The man came through with a hat trick. He didn't score one for us, he didn't score two. He went up in the high mountain and the man scored 3 goals. All right. So let's make that clear. He carried Argentina the entire way. Um, as far as the qualifiers, we ended up in third place, Uruguay second, Colombia fourth, and Peru fifth, making it to the playoff match against New Zealand, um, which is actually really interesting. We'll get into that in a little bit too. But what were your thoughts? I know you watched the game. You were all over it. How'd you feel about it?
well, yeah, man. The first minute, I was like, holy crap, it's 1-0. So I wanted to see how the team was going to react, but more specifically, I wanted to see how Messi was going to react. And I think we finally got the reaction that we were waiting for. Literally put the team on his back and said, "Let's go." And that's exactly what he did, man. I mean, his all of his goals were perfect. They were beautiful, especially that chipper. Chipper was amazing. So hats off to you guys because, like I said, I want to see Messi in the World Cup. I want to see our the best players in it. So this was extremely important for it to happen. Um, as far as the rest of the game, man, the only thing that worries me a little bit about Argentina moving forward into the World Cup is that midfield. I think that's something that you guys need to get addressed. I'm still hoping my boy Bataglia gets a call up from the national team. But other than that, I mean, you guys pretty much after that second goal, I mean, you guys were in cruise control. You guys controlled the game. Obviously, playing in the mountains, you guys had to slow it down, which I think you guys did perfectly. So kudos to Argentina and kudos to Messi, man. He was getting so much criticism, man. I was seeing a whole bunch of stupid posts on Twitter about this man and how he's gonna fail and how he's lost it. Apparently, you know. So
Yeah.
and what does he do? He silenced all the haters and he scores not one, not two, but 3 goals to get Argentina to the finals. So kudos to you, Messi. Congrats, and I'm ready for an exciting World Cup.
Same here. I'm glad to see the teams that passed. I felt like honestly they deserve to be there. Colombia, I mean, they had been doing well. They were at the top the whole time. Couple of bad results put them in fourth place. Um, but I think it was fair. Peru in fifth, I think, is exactly where they needed to be. They got exactly the place they wanted. And Chile, on the other hand, which was eliminated, okay, they got a little taste of their own medicine. I mean, if I'm quite honest, they something happened a few matches back when they played against Bolivia. They went to Bolivia, they played, and they tied. They got 1 point out of it. And Peru went up to Bolivia and they lost. So Chile had 1 extra point over Peru. And the reason I'm telling you this is because Chile then complained to FIFA and let them know that Bolivia was playing with a player that was not eligible. So technically they had to it counted as a forfeited match. So Chile ended up getting 2 extra points to make it their 3 winning points, and Peru ended up getting 3 points out of that 0. Now what this means that if we look at the standings, Peru would have had 23 points, so they would have been in 7th, but Chile would have had 24 points, and by goal difference they would have made the World Cup.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. Getting more points ended up working to their disadvantage, and they ended up being eliminated. It's insane. I mean, honestly, that's what I think. They got what they deserved. I think the teams that went to the World Cup are the ones that needed to be there. That's pretty much my take. I think it's going to be great. I'm glad they wanted it ended up that way. But for future reference, like I always say, I would love for more teams from South America to go. I think they're a lot more competitive at the world level.
Yeah, I mean, following this World Cup, there are going to be more slots open. So you guys think we'll get 2 more teams added for the new World Cup? I believe, is it 2 or 1?
Exactly.
2.
It's going to be 2. It's going to be 6 go directly,
and then the playoff spot for the 7th.
And the 7th spot, yeah, they go to the playoff match against New Zealand or whoever would play out of that one.
Right. So I actually thought I was actually watching the highlights of the Colombia-Peru game, and I was actually something that was going on Twitter. A video was Falcao going up to the players, the Peruvian players, and telling them that, you know, just to play for the tie. I don't know if you saw that, but I
caught that.
I thought it was awesome. I thought it was awesome because honestly, I don't think most of South America wanted Chile to be in it, to be honest with you.
No, and the memes were galore. I mean, if you would have seen the memes about Chile during that match, it was crazy. I mean, none of South America wanted them there, and especially after they complained to FIFA. After that happened and they were awarded the points, the rest of FIFA, especially Colombia, Ecuador, Argentina, Uruguay, they were all pissed off, which are the teams that ended up making it. But yes, no, I did see that, and I didn't know if it was all the players. I thought it was he went to one player and told them that he.
No, it was actually a couple. I'll have to show you the video after, but it was, I want to say it was like 4 or 5 players, man. Yeah. But he went to a couple of them and was just telling them to pass along the message, I guess.
Yeah. Wow.
I won't know exactly what he said, but I'm pretty sure it was something along the lines like, "Let's freaking tie." Like, let's both get through.
Yeah. They were saying. I believe that from the video that I saw is he said, Chile is losing. If we tie, we both pass. It was something like that, what he said.
Yeah.
And at that point, Chile was already losing 2-0 because they got scored 2 quick goals. So they were down 2-0. So even if they lost, I believe was 2-1, if they would have lost 2-1, they would have still.
Yeah. I believe they would have gone through on goal differential because
I'm actually. No, so even if they would have won 2-1, they would have been tied on goals. It would have been 27-27. So Peru would have still made. So Peru needed a tie.
Yeah.
Peru was looking for a tie to make it to the World Cup. Yeah, that's all I needed.
And I'm so happy they did, man. Like I had them in that 5th playoff seed. Now they better go and win that game against New Zealand, which I don't.
I don't see that. Yeah, I don't see that for any doubt. I think I'm giving that match a 5-0 maybe.
Wow. Well, I mean, I want to give Peru the benefit of the doubt that they're going to win a 4-5-0, but it's also Peru. So you never know.
I saw Uruguay score like 7 on them. So I'm pretty positive it's going to be like a 4 or 5. I mean, it's pretty embarrassing.
I'll go with no more than 3. No more than a 3 goal differential.
Fair enough. I mean, they're playing for a past the World Cup, so I will keep that in mind.